Well,
Alright,
that's not
new
making the
recording
cut.
started.
What's up, below? Pop.
Welcome back to our D&D
Oh,
game.
One of
Flash.
these,
What the fuck is the name of this campaign?
days,
Well,
we're
the
gonna
Atoll
really
Empire.
solve this.
Well, cause I'm maybe like
Oh,
the
I have them all.
Legends of Leotol or something like that. Is that what we're gonna name it?
Yeah, something like that.
um,
I usually have it just like the Atoll Empire.
Well, cause I'm thinking like I want it to be like the name of the heroes that you guys will eventually become or whatever. You know what I mean? Or the name of your party if you guys ever decide to name it. Which you guys don't have to,
I don't
but
know.
I do want to push you guys to do so, just because if you guys come up with something creative and cool, it'd be really cool to refer to you guys as that in any kind of like bounty poster or anything like that kind of stuff.
Still working on it.
I understand, and it can happen like halfway through the campaign if something eventful causes you guys to name yourself something. Say one of your characters dies permanently, and you guys want to name your party after them to remember them.
Yeah.
That's an option. That kind of stuff. So, whenever, if anything like that comes up, we'll do it. It's not necessary, so that's why we're probably going to stick to something generic like the Legends of Leotol or the, I don't know, stories of Solanus, because that's the continent. Either way, I'm going to rip this fat dab.
Alright, rip another one real quick and then we'll be ready to go. My eyes are hurt right now already. I can feel them squinting.
Babe,
You ever get so high you feel your eyes squinting?
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already at that point.
I got so high I lost my feet one time, dog.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that. That was the same night that we kept telling the cut out of the kitten to run.
Okay, we're not gonna get back into any crazy fucking stories, are we? This isn't gonna be something about like where you do something nasty again or some stupid shit, right? Like I'm not gonna have to cut this whole intro again, am I?
No, we just went to Chinese for Hero's birthday one year,
Okay, cool.
but we were really fucking high.
We went to a Chinese buffet, stone.
Like really, really fucking stoned. Like we thought the whole restaurant was looking at us.
What if we
Oh, I
started a
felt
And there
that
was
way at a
Patreon?
Mexican restaurant.
What if we started a Patreon for this D&D thing that we're doing, even though it's just like throwing random videos on YouTube for no reason? Like, and then we just throw in bloopers like we just had. That'd be fun.
Might be.
Yeah, we could totally turn this into a series.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I would have to actually start editing it, but I would want a computer to do so.
Do we get cuts for being in it?
I mean, if it starts making money, maybe. I would split it. Like, if you guys ever wanted to pitch it for editing, you guys would pretty much make a commission for editing as well. Until you guys became
I mean,
unless if we cycled out whoever edits, it would be like, you know, we would all just take an even cut for editing. But if one person does the main editing, they would take more of a cut. Clearly.
Yeah, I'd be
yeah.
okay with the editor getting paid a little bit extra.
Just because they would be doing a little more.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would say. Can't really think of anything
Say
else.
like, it's just our voices at this point. Like, you know,
Yeah,
we
I
get
mean,
like 15-20%.
the thing is, I could totally commission my wife to make us some portraits of our characters to use as just like a generic image.
Good. That way,
And
every time
actually,
somebody's talk, you could hear who's talking. You know who's talking.
Exactly.
with this, I could even do the editing, even with my low-tech setup, because I could do share vector.
There you go.
I could even contribute.
Babe,
Yeah.
could I commission you to draw their D&D characters. I understand. We'll figure it out. I mean, if anything, I have drawn before. I would have to do some practice sketches to get back into it. I could just do like a little bust of your characters, not a full body sketch.
Chris,
Dude
I
wanted
think
me
for
sleeping.
Huh?
What?
I think for easiness sake, we would probably just have one person who is the editor, so they could just edit it and post it to their channel, and it would all be on one channel.
I mean, it's already going on my channel, so. But it's not like you can't
Right.
just email me a video link.
I can't do email right now.
Not even through a phone.
No, something is so fucked up with my fucking software on my phone that it like locked me out of my email because it won't connect to the server.
You
I'm
need a
looking
new
at
phone,
getting it
dude.
working. Yeah, I'm looking at getting a new one. My mom's gonna set me up with one of her old ones that's newer than what I've got.
It better be.
That's what I'm
Because I'm
supposed
tired
to
of this shit, man. But anyways, let me grab my phone for my notes. Wherever the fuck it is, because I just had it.
do.
Oh, there it is. It was charging. That's
Ugh.
right.
Stupid.
So, last we left off, our party had made their way to Golden after having a bit of a debacle with some bandits. And they were there to complete their quest that they had picked up themselves. That was to fill in for a guard regiment, essentially for lack of personnel available at the sea outpost, or I guess city or town, whatever. Weeds kicking in. They arrived at the midday of the 5th solar moon, 1738, and were told by, where's his name? Gorish Forebearer, the bronze lieutenant overseeing the platoon here. He had said that it would be maybe a couple of hours until the next transport of guards arrives and they were to be cycled out with them. So they had went to a general store who also worked as a bit of a carpenter to repair some of the stuff that gets shipped in to be resold, and got Cullen a new leg, which isn't the best, but better than nothing. And along with that, they got over to a little merchant stall over by the port, and did you guys buy any items? I can't remember.
I do not think we did.
Well, after perusing a bit there, and getting drunk at the general store, um, they had again met with Gorish, who sort of noticed that they were drunk and hoped that they would at least hold themselves, but if not, knew that the other guards there would hold them accountable. And when you guys arrived, or not, yeah, when you guys arrived back into the port, whenever not at the port, at the church to meet up with this man, whenever the transport had arrived, you guys had met Kenneth Silvereye, a sergeant, a bronze sergeant, who was the leader of this squadron that was currently the guard regiment posted on this ship that was, circling the nearby area. The ship was also owned and captained by Dervish Ceruli, sorry, a sea elf who Corvus had met, and the rest of the crew, or not the rest of the crew, but the rest of the party had went downstairs to the crew quarters and sort of began getting themselves acquainted with a few of the locals. We didn't really get into it, but we were going to do that this session. And we're told that the guards were staying in the storage areas in the bottom two decks, mostly in the second from the bottom, where they were essentially just taking up any space that's available because they weren't necessarily always supposed to be a part of this crew, but as they had commandeered a civilian vessel, they had just as they had commandeered a civilian vessel, they had they had needed space and weren't necessarily equipped for said space, so they just took what they could. Um, so at the start of this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and have you guys. We're gonna go ahead and skip forward to where you guys have already set your stuff down in the storage facility and are going up to the crew area to kind of get yourselves acquainted with people, um, if you guys want to. So we're gonna go ahead and just start at the storage area with you guys already having set your stuff down. If you guys want to talk amongst yourself first about what you guys want to do to plan ahead, if you guys want to, move all together or split apart, talk to different people, you guys can. It's up to you.
Um, First thing I just wanted to ask, would we have rested between then and now?
Um,
Yeah, like,
I would
am I
say
still
yeah. I think
drunk?
you guys could have gotten a short rest. I would have counted at least a short rest.
Okay. The, that's what I was going to ask, if it counted as a short or a long rest, because if it was a long rest, then me and Hero would lose the exhaustion we had finally.
No, it's a short rest. A long rest is at
Okay.
least 8 hours of intentional rest, mostly sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, short
So,
rest in there.
what do you guys want to do? If
Um,
you guys would all go like to go talk to the captain about anything you guys want to plan ahead for or anything like that, you guys can. If you guys want to meet any people in the crew quarters, you can as well. If you guys would like to talk to any of the guards stationed that are maybe downstairs with you guys can.
Uh,
And this would
um,
be your very last chance to grab anything from the town.
I'd like to see if I can go find the captain and speak to him.
All right.
Maybe.
So you've already spoken to him before, but so you know where to find him. He's up at the helm, sort of just overseeing his crew who are preparing the ship to leave dock in about roughly 10 minutes or so. But they're taking their time as they know that the guards themselves are resting and getting ready. So you move up to meet the captain. If you guys would like to follow, you can. If not, where do you guys want to go?
um, Colin's gonna go down and I'm assuming there's some guards doing like training regiments, right?
Well, you already met the guards that you guys are going to be stationed with. There's only the sergeant and three others currently, as they are sort of short on staff. They have essentially a minimum squad size at the moment. They don't have a maximum to fill in each squad, so every squad is only a member of four at the moment. When normally, as you would know, as your brother was a member of a squadron at one point, they would have anywhere from 7 to even 9 in a squadron.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go down and talk to those guards. The guards that are like Silver Star or not
So,
Silver Star.
yeah, well, there is no silver. There is only bronze with you right now. And even
Okay.
then, they're like pretty much I would say they're bronze with one is a copper. But he is like
Okay.
a copper going into a bronze. This is his test to be a bronze.
Wait, hang on. Might be a bad idea.
What?
Okay.
So you're gonna talk with them? Yeah.
I am, but I'm gonna regret this decision. Okay. Yeah, I'm going. Got a feeling we're gonna regret this.
All right, you're gonna talk with them. Maverick, what do you want to do?
I am going to follow Corvus.
You're gonna follow Corvus. All right. So then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do Cullis first since it's down here with you guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the captain after you guys sort of take the time to make your guys up there or make your way up there during this conversation. So, what do you want to say to them? You approach the. You have already met them. There is Torsh the halfling, Dorgon the dwarf, and Tanella the elf.
Okay. I want to introduce myself as Tyler the Whitebeard.
First, you were already helped over here. You are
Mhm.
extremely drunk. You have sobered up enough to at least be able to function. We'll see if you can function well. Give me a constitution check and a dexterity check. You're going to do both at disadvantage.
All right. Constitution check. Not great.
What'd you get?
That's a 9 on the Constitution.
All right.
He said dexterity.
Yep. Also at disadvantage.
Okay, well, I didn't roll a disadvantage for the other one, but I rolled higher for second roll. Do you want to just keep that one?
Yeah, so we'll just keep that one and go ahead and now roll disadvantage for dexterity. So just roll 2 more dice.
Hmm.
16 and 8. 11.
So,
11 for dexterity.
yeah, I get you. With a 9 for Constitution, you don't really sober up at all, and you are starting to feel a little on the queasy side. Your head's starting to spin a little bit. The room is doing that little thing where it's constantly like tilting and reshifting,
Yeah.
and so you're just not really feeling good. But you're determined to make your way over there, and you stand up on your new leg after pushing yourself off the crate. And with an 11 on dexterity, despite the disadvantage and despite being drunk, you do manage to make a few steps before you fall flat on your face. And you aren't really very coordinated with this new leg. So it takes you a bit to
Fair
stand
enough.
back up. And as you try and, help yourself back up, the halfling and the dwarf both come over to you and just go like, Oi, you doing all right there, lad? What's going on with you? And then
Good, just getting my sea legs.
the halfling just, ah, oh, no, he's fucking drunk. The elf in the back just sort of snickers. She is the copper who's proven herself to be a bronze during this mission. Um, she sort of snickers for a bit and just goes like, "Some mercenaries get to drink, but we don't. That's not fair."
Okay.
Do you want to say anything, or do you want to just let them help you up?
I'm just gonna let them help me up for a second.
So they help you
That
up.
way I can introduce myself when I'm standing up.
Yeah, they help you up. The dwarf sort of looks at you, smirks slightly, and just goes, "Well, I mean, you can't really hold your drink, but at least you drink."
Yeah. I, that general store had some really good stuff. I'm not a big drinker now, or I've never hiccup been a good drinker,
Well, from
but
what
I'm
I
letting
was
to learn.
told, this is a dry town. So the fact that you even got it from the general store means something fancy's going on there. But that's besides my point. That's just not my business. So, why'd you get drunk before this? This isn't gonna be anything crazy. Are you afraid of the sea or something?
Uh, stammering, like actual stammering.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you.
Wolfman, no leg, new leg, cat, water. No, I don't like the sea. I'm afraid of the sea. I come from a very dry country.
The halfling looks over at the dwarf and just goes, makes a fair point. I've never seen a cat swim like that, so the fact that he's also missing a leg, put him off balance, especially in the water. I don't see how drinking would help, but hey, you do you, I guess.
Yeah. Now, as for the leg, that's a great story.
The elf just goes, oh no, not another magic story.
I killed a griffin.
The elf just sort of, her eyes flare open and she squints over at you and just goes, yeah?
Hmm. And I'm just gonna kind of like walk back like with them away from everybody.
You piece of shit.
The elf looks back a little
I
bit.
mean, I did technically kill it. You were just going to kill it, just slower.
The elf sort of like looks back at the other two for a second, looks back at you, and then walks over to her little like bedroll that she laid on top of a couple of crates, sits on it, and you see her pull out an amulet underneath her armor and just sort of thumbs it for a second, mumbling underneath her breath. Um, you see the dwarf and the halfling cracking jokes about cats falling in water and yelling for help and how it would sound like a dying cat, shit like that. Um, so as you
Oh, like in there for a cat.
yeah, but I mean, like most of the people of this place are. It's not like they would really fucking offend anyone.
Yeah,
If
fair
you're
enough.
offended by it, it's up to you, man.
I'm not offended, but it's just funny.
But yeah, like it's just because there. You're right. Not a whole lot of people go out to the sea. You don't really see a whole lot of cat people at the sea. That's why they don't really interact with the sea a whole lot. They just have people there to defend it. They have allies, which is
Like
where
that
the
guy.
elves and stuff come in.
Yeah.
But anyways, they do have their own naval force. They just choose to stick to more land-based stuff because they are a growing kingdom in the center of a continent. So, anyways, um, you guys make your way up to the captain, and you see him sort of just. Uh, you see him as you make your way up. He is just below deck, looking at the map table. Just has a ledger scrolled out as to what the next day is supposed to be looking like, and a report of any nearby storms from any outposts that have been rushed over or something like that. Any sort of like just any sort of weather reports that have been given by any kind of mages, any druids that have any inclinations of the weather. You see him just scrolling through all these different things, and as you approach, he's just, yes, can I help you?
Alright, Captain. Wondering if you had any information for me on our course this evening. Where we might be going, routes we might be taking, any potential foes we might run into.
Well, if you've met with any of the locals, you would know that there has been a lot of pirate activity around here, and I'm sure you also noticed it on the job posting. But activity's been a little slow lately, which is why we're expecting an attack. That's why we're bolstering defenses, especially after a couple of weeks ago, whatever the hell happened with these people. They are hiring outside work, such as me and my crew, and you yourself, throwing us together as a makeshift sloop of war, so to speak. We don't have any crazy guns or nothing, so we're hoping to stay out of combat, but we're here to. I'm supposed to follow the sergeant's orders and give them accordingly to my crew. And of course, this is my vessel. I'm gonna protect it if I can. But, like I said, we're not expecting a whole lot. And as for the waters, they're a bit chaotic, as per usual in this area. Most of the seas are a bit choppy, and if they're not covered by storms, then they're usually infested with either sharks or the occasional turtle dragon, which I have seen once or twice in my life, and I've hunted once. He sort of, as he's speaking about the dragon turtle, he is walking towards the actual deck, and he says, "And I hunted it with that thing." And as he points towards the bow of the ship, you see this like makeshift ballista harpoon launcher, and he's like, "It's nothing military grade now, but it'll latch onto a ship, and it'll break through wood just as well as bone."
Oh, that's a mighty object indeed.
I. Now, you told me before that you had sailing experience as a sailor for hire. Have you ever manned a
Aye.
cannon?
Uh, I have. I've had to defend merchant vessels of sorts. You
Alright.
know, various raiders and privateers over the years.
Would you mind doing me a favor and getting your fellas acquainted with it first, before we set sail?
Of course, just I can probably show you men a thing or two. I just
Oh
send
no,
any of
not
them
my
that
men.
needs to know.
Your men. Get your two fellas acquainted with it, maybe even some of the guards if they're not. Because I don't know if your other two friends are landlubbers or not.
I the one is for sure. He's a cat. He's never been out of the desert.
Deserts of the
Uh,
grasslands, I know what you mean.
the other's probably never had more than a bath in his life, so I doubt he can even swim.
Hey, I don't smell that bad.
I thought you were still talking about the cat.
I kind of thought he was too.
Either way,
Yeah, I'll have a chat with them both.
I appreciate it. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, Confidentiality wise, say from some of my experiences, I may have had to pay off some of the local pirate gangs and may as such have some associates within them. Would that be a problem for your crew?
As long as you don't turn code or nothing, no. And as long as if we come across them, you do your due diligence as a guard or a hired one, then no.
I might can get them to leave us alone if I can get the message across before they shoot us. You know, that kind of deal.
Well, I'd be hoping that they wouldn't chase us down to catch ya.
No, 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 nothing like that.
And then I
You,
hope they wouldn't be chasing you down to bring you back aboard.
no, you know, you have to pay tolls so many times. You get to know people on a name basis. It's simple business practice.
Well, I'm more so hoping that if he comes after us, we're gonna be able to haul ass away from him. But not only that, I'm hoping we don't come across him at all. I'm hoping
Of
that you won't
course.
have to get anyone's attention. But in case he does come within engagement range, if you want to put your life on the line, go ahead. Stick your neck over the bow. Do what you must.
Hey, I'm getting paid a pretty sum for this job. I'll do what I must, you know.
Aye, so I've been told. We're getting paid decently as well, and it's getting distributed mostly to my ship, in case any damages.
And I'll do my best to make sure there's no damages for you to pay for, sir.
Well, if you want to meet with the rest of my crew, there's plenty of downstairs you can meet with and talk to them about any quirks or anything that you might come across in this here old ship of mine. Oh, and we're gonna be going upstairs before we dock, or before we leave dock, for a bit of a briefing. So feel free to go outside and collect anything at your leisure, but 5-10 minutes and we're off.
Aye, sir. See
Stick
you
to the
then.
port shops. No going into town. That'll be too far.
And if you see my men before I do, make sure you tell them the same thing. They will try to leave.
Well, I mean, we got the one here with you.
Yeah, I've been sitting here behind you the whole damn time.
No, he's a
Oh,
bit quiet.
jeez.
Yeah, he's a bit of a sneaky fella, I understand, but
Oh, ye gods, I forgot you were there, Mav. The little man
Damn,
is quiet, I
I could have been
remember.
looting y'all. You guys would have probably fucking no.
well, I'd hope you wouldn't steal from allies, or else I'd have a bit of a problem with you. And this is about the point where you hear the thump from downstairs of Cullen falling over.
Oh,
What the hell was that?
I bet that was our guy.
Yep.
Well,
He's
go handle the fella. And if
he's
you want to go
he's
to the motions, feel free. 5 minutes, just to reiterate. He shakes his head and goes back to his ledgers. You see him like rubbing his temple.
Why is that so fucking funny?
You guys are making a mockery of yourselves. Like, you got
I'm
scared by your own man, and then all of a sudden there's a man just collapsing downstairs. You guys
I
reek of alcohol.
I'm trying so hard to be serious, but I'm the only one.
Oh man.
Why are you like Shaggy right now? You're like, oh
I'm
no,
trying
Scooby
so hard to be
Doo.
serious, but I'm the only one.
Like slice man.
Like school.
Jesus
Anyways,
Christ.
anyways,
Okay, we need we need like a moment to like get back into character.
yeah.
I think all of us are gone.
Everybody rip it down. Rip it down.
Oh, okay.
You know what? We're gonna do a little improv thing real fast.
Uh,
Everybody come up with a
Alright.
catchphrase for your character to help you get into character. So, like,
Catchphrase.
just a phrase that, like, it would be anything from, like maybe Pirates of the Caribbean, something that you based the voice off of, right? Like, whenever I do Kermit the Frog, I say, I'm Kermit the Frog! Kermit the Frog here! That kind of stuff to get into Kermit the Frog.
Well, you see, chorus sounds different every time I say them, so.
That's why you need
Yeah.
to fucking find one.
I'm not good at it.
You can just go with, like, a simple, arg, matey.
Well, well, I don't know if he would go full R, matey, because he didn't sound that way from birth.
Then just say, like, I don't know, you just,
No matey.
you just, oh no, not even a matey, you can just say something like, Avast ye scallywag, give me all your gold. Something like that.
I mean, he didn't come out as mama saying, "Arr, yo ho."
Well, he doesn't need to. He can
Nope,
develop
that's mine. Can't leave. You can't have mine, bro. Mine's yo.
Yo. Why is that Cullen's voice? Yo.
Well,
Yo.
Anyways, it's not gonna work.
okay, so let's see. Let's see.
Oh,
Let me rip a dab and think about it, and I'll give you one.
All right. Well, you don't need to. You can just continue the session.
yeah.
Something you can think
That
about
was
between
just
sessions.
when he. It was a good exercise to get us out of character to get us back into character because we were all getting out of character.
Um, I will mention that you guys are essentially on the crew deck right now. What like you guys are traveling between the gun deck to the crew deck because there is the top deck, the gun deck, the crew deck, and 2 storage decks.
So I'm over on the crew deck. They're on the top deck.
Yes. Well, no, they're on the gun deck, which is also like where
They're just
the map table and stuff is at.
okay. So they're just like on the like top tier of it. I'm on the lower tier of the gun deck.
No, you're on the storage deck, the first storage deck.
Okay, so
That
I'm on
is
the
where
first
all the
floor.
guards are being housed.
Okay, all right. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Because the way that the guns are stationed is there is 2 on the top deck, 3 on the gun deck, because it's this is a modified civilian ship. They essentially just put supported stilts on cannons to make them fire out through windows.
Okay.
And then of course you have the whaling launcher, which is what he was using to hunt larger creatures.
Like turtle dragon.
Yeah. So you have essentially 5 cannons on either side, 2 on top deck because it is a like you have the sort of raised sections on the front and the back, and then they both swoop down into the main deck, which is slightly larger, but still not a whole lot of space for a lot of guns. Just the 2 in the middle. So
Okay. So I
you
guess
guys,
now that
yeah,
I remember that Maverick is behind me, I turn to Maverick. Have you any idea how to fire a cannon, boy?
No. What do you
You're
think
gonna
I
learn
am?
today.
What do you think I am? A pirate?
yarg.
You're gonna be one today, lad.
Okay.
You guys are moving
Did
through the crew deck right now. If you guys want to talk to any of the crew.
I'll kind of like pull me a little crate or something aside and stand up on it. Ahoy, lads! Attention!
A couple of them give you a cursory glance, but nobody really does anything. They kind of just ignore you.
Does anyone here require any instructions on usage of any of the ship's firearms or utensils? I am trained in these matters. I can assist you.
Um, Nobody pays you any mind, but suddenly somebody does approach you from the side. Um, it is this very large, very tall, um, slightly older than middle-aged workwoman. She is wearing like this large set of fur armor over her that seems to be very tribalistic in nature, um, but it's over a regular set of civilian clothing. She has a couple of hatchets at her side and a bow at her back. And she just it's essentially like this small half bow that is essentially ornamental. There is no like what's it called? I'm forgetting what the thing is that holds arrows.
Quiver?
Quiver. There's no quiver in sight on her person, so it seems to be just an ornamental piece.
Hmm.
But she approaches you guys and just says, "Most of these people here are trained, indeed, to use the weapons aboard this ship. Nice to meet you. I am first mate. Not sorry, first chief mate and gun chief of this ship, Tolva Felhand." She puts her hand out to you.
I extend my Gorl Merrick, sail for hire.
But yes, as I said, all of these men have been indeed trained to use this ship and all of its weapons, except for the captain's gun. That is his use only, he says. It's a very complicated machine. I don't care much for it. But, yes, most of the people here are trained to use the cannons, and whoever is not is trained to entirely stay within the deck during a combat scenario. If we lose our gunners, we are in deep shit, and we are to leave, and that's why they must stay on deck. But I appreciate you attempting to train these men.
And of course, madam, I would never want to encroach on your job. I was just merely offering my support if anyone required it.
Well, most of these men are not very kind with mercenaries. Most people around these parts see people like you as taking jobs. Though we know that we are technically mercenaries ourselves, most of the people on this ship are locals from Galton.
I do understand that it can be hard to trust those from the outside. I'm not from around here myself, as you may can tell.
Well, we still welcome you aboard, at least the officers on the ship do. We tend to treat more of our strangers with kindness, just because it's better to do that than make enemies on first sight. However, I would recommend you don't stand on a box and bring a whole lot of attention to yourself like that next time. Unless you have something interesting to say, not to ask. You get my meaning?
Well, should you or anyone of importance need me, me and my men are at your disposal, of course.
Of course. Feel free to meet the first mate. Or she points to a small figure over in the corner who is sort of crowded by a couple of men, all chatting and laughing. Or our tech officer, or even the cook. Just feel free to talk to the people around. And, well, when we leave, we will all be going upstairs. I'm sure the captain had told you as you had just come from the gun deck. When we go up there, we'll be told specifically what we'll be watching out for and how long we will be gone for. We've been at sea, stopping, of course, every half day or so. We've been continuously sailing for about 3 weeks now on this ship. So we're due for a few days stay on the docks. So hopefully we won't be out for too much longer. Do you guys want to do anything else? Anybody?
I might go to the port shops.
All right, you looking
I'm
for
still
anything?
down there talking. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna head upstairs and go help Cullen from falling down on his face.
Say you go downstairs. Colin, you said you were
Or
still
down.
what? Colin,
Oh.
you said you were
Uh.
what?
I'm gonna try to figure out. I'm gonna basically like start talking to the guards and like understanding how they train and how they regimen and how we plan to protect this ship.
All right. Well, Maverick, you also think about what you'll be looking for in this port shop if you're going to be grabbing anything specific. While we do this. So, what do you want to ask them specifically for like your first question?
Uh, just the idea of okay, like I see they're all bronze guards,
Yeah.
so that means they've got some combat experience, and I'm trying to figure out my leg for combat experience at this point. So, can one of them help me, like break in my leg?
None of them are missing limbs. You think that at most the combat experience that these level of guards have gotten is like they have been stationed in a city for a little bit, handling burglaries or like thieves or beggars getting too close to the noble quarters, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so these guards wouldn't be like if me and
They
Corvus were on
they
a spar or something
the
like that.
dwarf literally told you, or not the dwarf, but the human sergeant literally told you that his squadron isn't even a naval combat squadron. They are they have barely any naval combat training and are fresh from the city.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess I must have forgot that.
That was last session.
Okay, that's fine. I don't remember much of that one. Yeah, drunk and all.
I get you. Anyways,
Okay, then I just want them to. Then second question then I guess is where are they from and making sure they can't actually identify who I am.
they
Yeah.
all Tanella says that she is from the Isles east of Solanus, um,
Hmm.
mostly known to your people as the Elven Isles, um, but she
Okay.
calls them the Isles of Boelex or Cornish.
Cornish. Okay.
But she is the only one who isn't from Solanus, and the other two are straight from the capital, born division, or at least nearby, like small villages nearby.
Okay. But yeah, at this point I just want to build rapport with them.
All right, give me a charisma check. Disadvantage. At this
Disadvantage.
point, yeah, at this point, this is whenever Corvus walks down. Maverick, do you know what you want to do?
Yes. I'm just browsing, wasting time until we have to leave.
Well, you do know there is that shop that sells illegal items,
Mm-hmm.
but it's by
Right.
order. You have to know what you want to get.
Hmm.
Like I said, I don't know. I'm just browsing. So, I mean,
So you're just walking the port.
yeah, wasting a little bit of time seeing what is there and possibly pickpocketing a few people or
I will say that
snagging
you
some.
do notice that there is definitely like a jewelry store of imported goods.
Ooh.
Their inventory is a bit scant because of all the limited trade going through this area at the moment.
I mean, also assuming the explosion probably scattered some of their inventory.
Well, this area wasn't affected by the explosion.
Hmm, okay.
That was the town square that was now shifted
Yeah.
from the board.
You know what? I'll go ahead into that jewelry
All right.
place.
You see a small old woman, just this like just hunched over, sagging skin, probably like 106. Oh, hello, Shaggy. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm just browsing, looking for something.
Okay. Well, if you want me to tell you anything about this jewelry, let me know.
Do you by chance have anything unique?
Well, the most
Magic.
unique pieces that I have obtained, I usually keep locked up for more familiar customers. But I suppose I could make an exception for a young, handsome man such as yourself.
I smile at her.
She, like hobbles in a weird way to a small trunk behind her counter and opens it up, pulls out a very ornate wooden chest, and opens it up uh, and on the counter and just pulls out this brilliant, like aquamarine gold necklace studded with all these different like aquamarine gems and a very ornate like claw-like pattern going down both sides. This was given to me by one of my dear friends back in the day. He said his tribe had very important dealings with a strange creature of the woods who gave them this thing.
Really?
Yes.
Does it have any properties to it? Magical properties?
I don't know. I just like the look of it. I've never worn it, and no one's ever bought it from me.
Mm,
She pulls
I'm
out
looking at it.
another piece. It's a small ring with like it's a silver ring with like a little blood gem, like a little ruby in the shape of a blood droplet. This one was given to me by a man that I had loved for 40 years. He disappeared and left me only the ring.
Interesting. Gleaming at them. My thief my thiefness wants to kick in, but I'm restraining myself.
Would you like to look at one more?
Yes, please.
She reaches into the box and rummages around through some of the cloth that's in there that protects some of the various jewelries and separates them and just where is it? No, that's not it. It must be in a different chest. She closes the chest and turns around and goes to put it into the large box and goes to grab another chest. Um,
Is there anything around me that I could possibly snag real quick while she's
There are
distracted?
still those 2 pieces of jewelry, as well as a couple of other smaller pieces of jewelry. There is another. There's a few like rings, a couple of necklaces. You see like a very ornate like golden cloth glove set.